You have to hear this brave woman speak the truth to Justin Trudeau and hear his disgusting response. But first, let's listen to tennis star Novak Djokavic on why his soul and his body is more important than playing tennis.
I'm unable to travel to most of the tournaments at the moment.
And that's the price you're willing to pay?
That is the price that I'm willing to pay.
Ultimately, are you prepared to forego the chance to be the greatest player that ever picked up a racket, statistically, because you feel so strongly about this jab?
Yes. I do.
But as things stand, if this means that you miss the French Open, is that a price you'd be willing to pay?
Yes, that is the price that I'm willing to pay.
And if it means that you miss Wimbledon this year, again, that's a price you're willing to pay?
Yes.
Why, Novak? Why? Why?
Because the principles of decision-making on my body are more important than any title or anything else. I'm trying to be in tune with my body as much as I possibly can.
I just love that. Any athlete, rock star, or celebrity that isn't on the right side of history against medical tyranny and for humanity and freedom, I really just don't respect anymore. I love to see Djokavic really stand true to his beliefs. Now let's watch this clip of conservative MP Melissa Lantsman speak the truth to Justin Trudeau, and then he pretty much accuses her of being a Nazi.
Hopeful vision for public life isn't a naive dream. It could be a powerful force for change. If Canadians are to trust their government needs to trust Canadians. Those are the words of the Prime Minister in 2015. These people, very often misogynistic, racist, women haters, science deniers, the fringe. Same Prime Minister 6 years later as he fans the flames of an unjustified national emergency. So, Mr. Speaker, when did the Prime Minister lose his way? When did it happen?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, Conservative Party members can stand with people who wave swastikas. They can stand with people who wave the Confederate flag. We will choose to stand with Canadians who deserve to be able to get to their jobs, who be able to get their lives back. These illegal protests need to stop, and they will, Mr. Speaker.
I just want to remind the honourable members, including the Right Honourable Prime Minister, to use words that are not inflammatory in the House, and that's for both sides. The Honourable Member for Thornhill.
Now, I'm not trying to play the race card, but I believe this woman is Jewish, and the fact that Justin Trudeau is such a little doofus psychopath to suggest that anybody against medical tyranny or anybody with a nuanced perspective about the people that are upset in Canada is a Nazi or aligned with Nazis somehow.
Conservative Party members can stand with people who wave swastikas.
It's just ridiculous. Imagine if people like Justin Trudeau get to write the history books. That would be crazy. And even if you're fully vaccinated or triple, quadruple, whatever they're doing in Israel and around the world, you could still get sick and, according to the experts, spread sickness.
That it doesn't matter if you have 1 shot or 10 shots, you can catch COVID. See, the Prime Minister has triple shots, and I know hundreds of people with 3 shots that caught COVID.
So with the mandates, most people that I know that are vaccinated don't believe in them. But according to Justin Trudeau, you just must be a Nazi or something. Go to hell, Justin Trudeau. You are such scum. You are such a loser. You are such a weak little beta male. Congratulations for having power. You don't deserve it. You know you're a horrible person, right? Or are you just lying? I can't tell. Speaking of horrible people and or losers and liars, here's apparently Canadian Justice Minister David Lametti pretty much threatening pro-Trump groups who donate to the truckers.
Compared people who may have donated to this to the same people who are funding maybe a terrorist. I just want to be clear here, sir. This is really important. A lot of folks says, look, I just don't like your vaccine mandates and I donated to this. Now it's illegal. Should I be worried that the bank can freeze my account? What's your answer to that?
Well, I think if you are a member of a pro-Trump movement who's donating hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars to this kind of thing, then you ought to be worried.
Now, it's just so obvious, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but the government of America, the government in Canada, they did so much damage over the course of the last few years, especially what we tried to say and what they covered up and lied about and censored, which was lockdowns are evil, tyrannical, and not great. I mean, they did so much damage, so much economic damage, so much mental, psychological, and physical abuse on their own citizens. You think people like Justin Trudeau or Democrats and Republicans in America would have an ounce of accountability? Some Republicans do, to their credit, but it's like Justin Trudeau is like, no, it's not my fault. It's all your fault. Everybody who disagrees with me is a racist, sexist, xenophobic Nazi. What a dirtbag. What an authoritarian scumbag. What a tyrannical, disgraceful devil. People like this should never be in power. I hope the world is watching. And now that Doug Ford is starting to change his tune, I hope he realizes that he was siding with the evil, wicked tyrants of history, and to save face, he's backing off of that stuff. You don't want to be next to Justin Trudeau in this era. The dude is a disgrace. Just have a conversation, Justin. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. Check the links below for Telegram, my free email list, and my hat website at dreamrare.com. I'm excited. We have new color hats coming. Finally got them, made in the USA, of course. Gonna be good. Check it out. Have a good one.